Well, I guess if you're watching this, you're celebrating Christmas. I just thought about that. I'm like, this is not my regular, well, it is my regular channel, but it's not regular scrapbooking. So if you're on here, you're celebrating Christmas. Anyway, so happy Christmas Eve. All right, there we go. Have everything. My little tray is ready to go. So this is yesterday's page, probably one of my favorite pages of the year so far. I just love the way this turned out. I love how the colors all work together. I mean, those colors work together, but the different elements of each of them, all of that. I just love the way this worked out. So really it was about the, well, the not snowstorm that we had, where we had like 3 inches of snow and it was being treated like it was Armageddon. And then that I spent the day after I worked making, cutting and baking the sugar cookies, which that is the next story. So yesterday was very cold. It was -12 and felt like 38 at 7:30 in the morning. So, hey, Nancy, good morning. So that is going to go on this little tiny insert that I'm going to do on the page here. And then I have 2 photos. One of the cookies decorated, and this was funny. Thought I had ordered yellow decorating sugar because I couldn't find anything. Nope, accidentally ordered white, so I had more white. And then when I went when I went to decorate, I realized I didn't have any red either. So we have pink, blue, white, and green snowmen. There's a whole story behind this snowman cookie cutter, and I don't make very many cookies anymore, so I only use that one. It's a legend in my family from when I was a kid. So, you know, this is more like about the family thing. And I don't do fancy cookies. We get sugar on them, and the whole point is how good they taste. The other thing is I spent a good part of the day, I did a little cleaning, but when I wasn't doing that, I spent a good part of the day reading and watching Hallmark movies, and Linus was pretty much on my lap like that, not looking happy because I was moving around and he didn't like that very much. But anyway, so I thought that would be kind of a fun thing together. So we're going to work with both of these pockets. I did take some things out that I thought I could use or wanted to remind myself of. So that's what that snowflake and these little wood snow pieces are here, snow globe pieces. And then I want to grab, this is the snow stuff I've been using lately. I wish I could get the warm and cozy on here, but it's going to be, because it says warm and cozy, and that would be cute, but I won't be able to get that on there. But we'll see. Maybe I'll find something else to go on there. Oh, although I have the PJs all day. So that'll probably go there somehow. I did not wear PJs all day, just about half the day. I declared it a pajama day, but it wasn't quite that. That old thing. Then I love this paper. This is from the Twinkle collection from Ellie Studio this year. There's cookies on here. They look like cutouts to me. So I'm going to use this as the background. I have the enamels from Scrap and Happy Studio from a couple years ago. I think I said yesterday she had an Etsy shop. I think she may have gone to her own shop, but again, it's Scrappin' Happy Studio. Actually, let me do this. She has also had all sorts of really cool things. Just want to make sure you guys can read that. Okay. All right. So that's where that came from. Then I have a house and a cookie. A house because it was such a cozy day. And then a gingerbread cookie, obviously, because I was making cookies. I also grabbed, after I was done yesterday, I went through and grabbed anything that was cookie related. I thought that would be kind of fun to, you know, kind of add some of these pieces in here. Here's those cookies I was talking about that I really liked. Trying to think, baking. There's a little baking one there. There's one here that says more sprinkles that I thought it was cute, and holiday treats. Tradition would work on here as well. Enjoying this would work on here if I wanted to bring in some blue. And then this is a Christmas cookie sticker sheet from 2020 that I still have things, lots of things left, obviously, here. So, like fresh from the oven. Well, actually, fresh from the oven would have worked yesterday. But there's a little mug, Sweet Treats Making a Mess. Time to Decorate would definitely work here, and there is green in here. So we'll have to see how that stuff works out as I go forward. But I'm going to definitely put that on there now that I really look at it. But let's go forward and start with the background of this one. So we'll do that, and I'm just going to glue it down right away just to make my life easier here. And then so it makes the trimming that much easier. I already did when I printed these, glued those to the back right before I came on, because you don't need to watch me do that. Okay, so we have that piece there. Oops. This piece here. Okay. Although that does look like a giant guy there then. So green feels like it's fading into the background here. Red looks okay. And blue looks okay. I think I'm going to put the red thing up here because that'll help me decide what the balance needs to be here. And I have Holiday Baking here in green. This is a die cut. So kind of like the way those two things look together. I could try to do something from one of my labels, my LA Studio labels too, to give me more color there. So let's see what I have. So this is the last year's. All the big ones are gone. I want something bigger to kind of support that. Oh, but I have a lot of navy labels here. And I like the idea of getting some blue in here because of the blue up on the top there. A little bit more blue than what is down here. I tend to like, I think when, as you kind of learn about yourself and the things you like when you scrapbook, I think I tend to like things that are like more heavily bordered and colored. Okay, so I like this label. I could add another one in here. Holding this just so it doesn't drop down on me. I can find the next biggest one here so that I've got something more like this. I'm thinking this gingerbread man's a little bit out of proportion though. Let's just look at what it would be like if I did the house. There's a remember here too. That navy's a little bit different though, so I think we'll just stick with this one. So I'm gonna roughly center that, not tack it down too hard, just to make sure I like this. Offset it a little bit. Okay, and then let's see about bringing these in. Here's one of the, this is like the cookie tray. I did have this Time to Decorate. Now that looks a little weird with the gray. I could also do, so I'm looking at this, I could add this Time to Decorate here, bring in the Holiday Baking there. Let me play with that a little bit. There is a darling little Santa cookie and cookies for Santa here. So I'm not loving this edge like this with the indent. Hey, Kristen, Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. I'll just be a little bit gentle here as I take this off. Let's see what happens if I can get it. Uh-oh, my baby, it's cold outside, just fell off. Let's try that again. I guess that's a good thing to learn now, so I can get it glued back on. Okay. So if I do this, where it comes out just a little bit on this side, and then I bring that in here. I'm going to make this work. I have a lot of play with that. Okay, I like the idea of using this tray as well. That's kind of feeling like a lot though. Maybe that there. Okay, I'm having a hard time with the second label on here, so let me take this off. Good morning, Sue. I could also use a circle as well too. Sometimes that works better. These are so thin, I almost cracked that one, I think. So here's some circles. Let's see what happens if I do that. No. No, it didn't make it any better. I think it made it worse, actually. Okay, now I want to get this off of here. Oh, goodness. And these will lift for a while. Just be careful if you do this. So I'm peeling really close to the label here. And it came off just fine. Okay, so we're going back to my original, which was just this. I also have to get a number on here yet too. I have to remember that. Okay. All right, let's go back. I just like the idea of the house on there because of the cozy yesterday. The cookie pan, Santa. Okay, liking that better. Maybe the time to decorate could sneak in here somehow. And maybe not. We'll see. Or down here. I think it needs a little bit more color than just more gray though. So how about holiday baking? Yeah, better. Okay, now it's coming together. I have the Santa cookie on there, but I might switch this out to the snowflake cookie now that I think about it because of all of the cold and snowiness. And that would give me a little bit more color. So let's see what I think about that. I'm looking at weight too. Yeah, I think it does too, Nancy. Okay, good. Now, what I'm going to do is to get these attached, I have a glue dot that has a little bit of dimension to it. I just have to find it, which one it is. Because I don't really want to put foam tape under there, but this is rocking a little bit. There we go. Oh, these are actually removable glue dots. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. And I've had them for a long time. Okay. There we go. I'm just liking that a whole lot better now. And then this one I can use just regular ATG on. And there, then we get the colors, and all the colors that are here are in here. Okay, much better. This guy will live to see another day. Okay, so then we have PJs all day. I could do Time to Decorate here, or what other things do I have here? I also have the Enjoying This, More Sprinkles, Milk and Cookies. I'm thinking that the best one is that Time to Decorate, but I'm also going to, I have Fresh Baked Cookies. That's a lot of words. I have Elf Approved up here too. All right, let's go with Time to Decorate. Oh, and these need to go underneath. I'm also thinking a little bit of wood on these would be good. So let me do that in just a second. I do have more enamels, but I don't think I'm going to put them on here. I think those we're done with. They're big. Those can always go on another kind of page. And I did not get that label on straight. I've been really bad about that this year, about being able to get stuff on straight. Let's see if I can move it. I might not be able to. Okay. I missed your comment, Kristen, until just now. I don't have any other I don't have any cookie veneers. I did have cookie stickers though, and I might add those here. We'll see. I'm thinking this might be enough though, with all this stuff. Yeah, I love these cookie stickers, but they're big. Let me grab my tool here, and then you guys can see. I think they're really big. I think they're taking away from the, actually taking away versus adding to. So maybe this is where I grab some of those tiny wood veneers that I have. I could also do sequins pretty easily, but I think I'd like to get some wood up here. And I'm gonna just trim this a little. Well, actually, I know it looks like it's okay, but then I look at it and I'm catching the side of this. Let me pop this one in. Okay. So I think just a little to coordinate the wood with the wood, or put wood up there to coordinate with the wood down there. And I could do a star pretty easily here. No, whatever the wood is going to go outside the pocket, so I might as well put these in, just so I don't forget that. Yeah, I thought so too, Kristen, that it blended in. You didn't really see it, which actually, in the case of what I was trying to do here, I don't think that was the worst thing, but I think it'll be better just with a little wood veneer on it. If I had a heart, that would be good. I have these little baby Christmas trees. These hearts are really dimensional. These are the ones that I bought from Amazon. And I think all the other hearts, let's see. Let's see what I have in hearts. I'm thinking something a little flatter. These are really oddly shaped. Okay. Unless actually, if I had two of these in some form, they look kind of like a cookie that's cut out. So let's see. Actually, I have two of those. Okay, I'm going to use those instead because they kind of look like the cutout of the cookie. So, all right. Done with pulling wood veneer out of the bowl. And this, I think, will just be easier to put on if I use some of those little micro dots versus trying to fool around with actually getting some ATG on there. Okay. Sometimes it's easier with these things to put them on the piece versus trying to, well, anyway. Sometimes it's hard to get these off, I guess, onto the object. In this case, it was okay. All right, now that I have 3 things of wood dots. All right, so we have that now done. And now I need to do something with this side. And I did kind of like that idea of a snowflake. I'm not sure if what I'm going to do on the back. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to leave this open and maybe use it for today. Maybe not. Kind of see how this goes. I could use a smaller snowflake too. I guess what I should do is also figure out what I'm going to do for the background of that. I'm not as fond of that snow globe, but it matches better with this, I guess. But it's kind of a little weird looking. Maybe if I just did that and a smaller snowflake too. So let's do that. Let's look and see what I have left in snowflakes. And then I also need to figure out what I'm going to do for okay, so I have a couple. So I have that one. I also have that one. Yeah, I think I like the small, and I could do like a couple here too. That looks nice. Match it with the green. All right, then let's grab my, I don't think I want to use this behind this. Yeah, that's too busy. It's not really grounded. Oh, I have some green stars here though, or I just have green, some dark green left as well. I have red. That's a lot of red and a lot of tiny pattern. Yeah, let's just use this one. And then I'm going to, and this is a nice, oh, although I have stars here too. This would be kind of cute. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to use this. This is a really strong color, And so is that. And I'm afraid it's going to take some of the attention away from the other one there. So let's just do, oh, I was going to glue this down. I don't want to do that. And like, so then I'll decide tomorrow whether I'm going to do just kind of like a filler page or whether I'm going to do something else. So speaking of filler pages, I'm going to need a lot more filler pages because there's going to be a lot less activities in my life for the rest of this time. So who was with me last year and remembered what happened at Christmas? I'll give you a minute. That made things kind of quiet. Okay, just playing a little bit here with, there's something that says wintertime magic. This has not felt like magic. Cold weather 2.0. It is definitely cold weather, but that wasn't it. Okay. So, yes. Last year, Kristen got it. Last year, my boyfriend and I did not get to spend Christmas together because he got a very close contact exposure to COVID, and we couldn't spend the holiday together and had to wait until towards the end of the week after Christmas to get together. Guess what he did yesterday? Tested positive for COVID. He started getting cold symptoms and we didn't spend Thursday together like we normally would have. And thank goodness we didn't, because it was one of his bosses. His boss texted him late yesterday afternoon and said, hey, and usually if he's sick, he'll test, and he hadn't yet. And so his boss texted him and said, hey, guess what? We just both tested. Actually, he works for a very small company. There's only 4 people. Both of his bosses tested positive for COVID. So unfortunately, one of them was sick and came into work on Monday and Tuesday and didn't test. So let that be a lesson to all of you, because obviously his wife most likely would have gotten sick no matter what, but he now has, my boyfriend now has COVID, cannot participate. We don't know if the other person that works with them has it or not, but she has lots of small grandkids and probably can't go to their Christmas celebrations because they didn't test and went to work. So please, 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 if you're feeling sick, don't go to work. I know they've told us that, but we keep forgetting that. So I am so sad. Yes, you got it, Sue. And I'm so sad because this is the second. Now, the first one last year, not much we could do about it. It was early on before testing was readily available. So, that one, it was what it was. He got exposed. When he could finally test, then we went back together, came back together again. This one, though, he's sick. And it's sad. It's so sad. So, anyway. There's my little soapbox and lecture for you today. I'll get off of it now. And they're good friends of mine, so it's not like I'm going to send a little note later today and ask how they're feeling. I think we're going to use that burr. I have this little small one here too. Oh, I've got that, and I can put that up in there if I want to, but definitely we're going to do it down here. Ugh, I'm sorry, Kristen. Yeah, it's bad. bad, bad, bad right now. Pull this back out here because I can just pop this on here. So I did test, even though I haven't seen him since Saturday of last week, and he was exposed after that. At least that's when his boss started. His boss started to be symptomatic. They wouldn't have seen each other since the previous Thursday. So that should not have been a problem. Wonder if I have a baby snowflake here, because that would be cute maybe to put on here. Or not. We're just going to leave that. Anyway, yeah. So I've tested. I'm fine. I figured I would be. But, you know, plans all screwed. So his family actually canceled Christmas for Christmas Day because there's only 4 of them. So there would have only been 8 of us, so they canceled it. And they're talking about doing it on Wednesday. That might be a little soon for him, but we'll see. I'm going to put this burr up in here in this cluster. Let's see. Yeah. Just, you know, it's bad enough that his bosses have their holiday ruined and aren't going to be able to, they were supposed to go to Minneapolis to be with their family, and they can't do that now, obviously. It's bad enough they have their holiday ruined, but at least 2 other people's. And, well, just the 2 of us and then my boyfriend's family and stuff like that. So there's, like I said, there's my soapbox. There's nothing I can do about it, right? I can't be upset. I mean, what's done is done. But at least the exposure when he was really sick would have been, he wouldn't have had that. And he probably wouldn't have infected my boyfriend because they don't work on Fridays. So there would have been a decent amount of time in between, probably. He may still have, but the chances would have been less likely. So anyway, all right, let me give you the back of one of these so that you can see what this page looks like, because it's hard to see it. Okay, so here is, yes. Kristen's suggestion is to wear a mask. Yes, that is the other thing. The good news, so I have a nephew who works for the CDC. I don't know if I've talked about him, and he last January was part of a published study on COVID with the CDC. So, you know, I know there's different feelings about that and all of that, but we're really proud of him. And I had texted my sister and said, guess what? He's not coming. I'm fine. I tested, plus I wasn't anywhere near him during what we think was his infectious period, or you know, the beginning of it at least. And then my nephew texted me back and gave me like some of the protocols about when we can get back together. So yeah, and you know, frankly, wearing a mask, I actually wore a mask twice this past week at work. Just because people are coming in with colds, and I didn't want that, you know, where they were probably past their infectious thing, but it would have been just past. So I threw a mask on, but that's, you know, that's me. All right. Yes. Testing. Just so we don't get people sick. And my boyfriend's health could be a little bit vulnerable. That was the other thing, is that he's actually diabetic. So, you know, he has to be careful. Anyway, all right. I promise I'll get off my soapbox now. All right. So here is the page, and I really love how this is going to look in the book. I'll pull the book over, because now I've got something a little bit different for, you know, another one of those different pages, kind of like when I did the ornament page, where that, and then this page, but here's the ornament page sitting in here. And these are Simple Stories page protectors. But I think it's kind of fun to be turning through and finding other elements. It makes your book really dimensional. And I like that. I think it's kind of a nice little pop. So there we go. So there, and that will sit on whatever is here, whatever comes from our celebrations tonight. And that is TBD, whether I'll use it for tonight or I'll just leave it. I think I talked to you guys about this. I pulled this card because I can either use this for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending what happened. I did kind of note to self, I'm just going to pull this out to remind myself again. I haven't used one of these 4x4s in a while, and I think that would be nice to get some variety, and then I can do that in it. So I'm just going to pop this in here because that will remind me that that is something that's available. Now, I don't have to, obviously. And this is nice, too, by the way this lays. It lays like right over the top like that. So that is something that is available for me to do as well, which I think is kind of nice. And just, again, just things I'll probably go through before I finish today and pull anything that I have about Christmas Eve. So Kristen said she's been saving some cute cartoons for filler. So yeah, I've got some things definitely that way. But just again, thinking a little bit ahead, reminding myself tonight. And if the photograph is not, it's a photograph I want to take and it's not going to be good in oh, thank you. Yeah. I can do the 23rd is there, but I need to get a 23 on there somewhere. Thank you, Nancy. We'll do that before I'm done. I forgot where I was because I thought, yikes. Okay. So just, some extra stuff here. I did think while I'm talking about this, because I've totally lost my train of thought, I have something that I just realized today that I have never documented. And every year I do portable North Pole Santa videos for my grandkids. And what those are is, and it's an app or you can go online and do it. Again, it's called Portable North Pole. And you can do a video, and at the end of it, Santa tells the children whether they were naughty or nice. And my grandkids, now I've been doing this probably for 4 or 5 years. I don't remember for sure exactly which one it is. But my grandkids every year, it's cute because there's pictures of them with like their hands over their mouth and being afraid of what Santa's going to say. That kind of a thing. But it's so cute. I'm just thinking maybe this white one but I'm not loving that because it's small. And so I also, so those I do sometime in the weeks before Christmas. No, you can't. It's pretty much designed, but the website kind of has it designed would be the best, mostly, and you just slip stuff in. Like you slip pictures in, and it depends on the video. You slip pictures in, you slip things they want, things about them. Might be better if this is green. Do I have a 23? Yes, I do. And so it's really cute. I pay $14.99 for it because I have to do 4 videos every year, but then I also can do birthday videos and other kinds of videos for them as well. I think you get 1 or 2 for free if you want to just try it out. And then when you do it, you can also do, I think if you pay for it, you also get to do I'm having a hard time figuring out where to put this now. Maybe here. Yeah, that's where I'm going to pop it. When you do it, you also can do one on Christmas Eve. So Santa today told my grandkids, I'm going to take this off because I have to figure out where this is going to go. Told my grandkids about packing up, and he put a picture of their house on it to just verify that that's where the gift was supposed to be delivered. And then there was a picture of the Christmas tree, their Christmas tree as well, because that's where he's going to put their gifts. And that was one of the things they commented on this morning about, oh my gosh, that's cool. Santa must have been in the house. They forget they have a Santa cam in there. But anyway, so they really, really liked it. Now, my oldest grandson does not believe anymore. He doesn't talk about it because he's smart enough to understand that if you say you don't believe, then perhaps you wouldn't get any presents, which of course would not happen. But and he's being good about not spoiling the fun for his younger brothers and sisters. So anyway, it is the coolest thing. So you could, if you wanted today, quick go make a video. And like I said, I think one is free. If you pay for the videos, they're much more involved as well. But and then, like I said, at the very end, it tells the children whether they're naughty or nice. And I documented it. So I took the photo of that my daughter-in-law sent me. They casted it to their TV. And all the kids are watching the video together, and it's super cute. Now, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to see it because my granddaughter is just running around in a pull-up. I mean, it's, I don't know, 2 degrees out here. My grandkids are not big fans of a lot of clothing. I don't know how they do it because I'm freezing and they're, running around, but I guess they're kids. So anyway, so you will see that picture. And then I took a screenshot of the videos I did for Christmas this year, and I'll probably do that like in a 3x4 pocket is what I'm thinking. Maybe another one like a design like this. So you'll see that documented. But again, it's Portable North Pole. Go there. It's fun. Be careful though, because and they do, as long as your child has a name that's not too uncommon, Santa will be able to say their name as well. And if the name doesn't work out, like it mispronounces, when I put their name in, it always mispronounces my oldest grandson and my granddaughter's names. So there's a selection that I can go through to find the right way to pronounce it, and then it does it. But it pronounces their names, and then you put pictures of the kids in, so they think it's really, really cool. Last year, there's a photo of my then 5-year-old grandson and 3-year-old granddaughter watching their videos, and he's watching his video, and he has his legs crossed, and he's like, has his hands up to his mouth, and he's biting his nails because he's afraid of what the verdict is going to be. And he said, I don't, and maybe I've told this story, but so he said, I was nice to M number 3, his little sister's name, but I'm not sure if I was nice enough. So, I mean, it's a riot, and that is all scrapbooked from last year. So it's just a riot and some good fun. But I'm going to need to do some more filler stuff like that. I do have, I talked to my best friend last night and told her what had happened, and I'm going there for Christmas Day. Now she said, well, come over by us. We have plenty of food, and so I'm going to bring the meatballs that I was supposed to bring and that kind of stuff. So I will have a place to go because my sister and brother-in-law will spend some time with my nephew and his wife and grandson before they leave. But they are leaving to go back home tomorrow. And then, and that my friend is a lot closer than my sister's. My sister's about an hour away from where I live. It'll be much, much closer because it's still going to be cold. And then on Monday, I'm having some friends with fun, but we were supposed to go away. You guys did not know this. I hadn't told you this yet, but we were supposed to go away Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I knew that later next week, because I guess this is still Saturday, that I wasn't going to be doing a live video. Well, I'll be doing a live video now every day through my end on the 1st, or really it would be the 2nd for sure. Anyway, so hopefully that's a little fun for you. If not this year, next year, kind of put that in your memory bank. I started with 2 kids and now I have 4. So usually it takes me a couple of hours easily. The videos you pay for are probably 6 or 8 minutes long. I mean, it's kind of a nice thing. I think the ones you don't pay for are shorter than that. So if you want to try to get your feet wet, that would be kind of fun and something to do with the kids, something for them to do and look forward to. And my grandkids, of course, have no idea who's doing it. I'm betting that my oldest grandson thinks it's his parents. So that's kind of fun, but we'll keep that secret. So anyway, you guys, Merry Christmas Eve. If you're going out celebrating today, have a great time with friends and family, whoever you're celebrating with. If you have to work, Bless you. I did that for many years. It's a toughie, but I hope you have a good day at work. And then also if you're if you're doing last minute preparations, like I said, I'm going to dry my hair because my hair's wet, and then I'm going to go drop some cookies and treats off at my boyfriend's and drop him another box of COVID tests so he can start testing. And then also and then I'll run to the grocery store and get that done. Okay, so Kristen says she's thinking about uploading a private video to YouTube and adding a QR code to the album. That's kind of fun. Yeah, that would be super fun. The videos, although now that I think about it, the videos are only good for about a year, even if you pay for them. So I've had a subscription for probably the last 3 years, and I don't remember exactly how long they go for, but they are not forever now that I think about it. So that might change your mind about doing that, Kristen. Didn't think about that until just now. So, but the kid, what I do is there's different ways you can send them. Good question. I've never done it because it's not mine. And I don't think I'm going to try something. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm going to go to my my video, and then I'll just shrink you guys. So I can't answer any questions at the moment. Let me go back and see. I'm going to grab one of the videos and see. Oh, you can download. Okay. So you can download. You can you can download. You can send it through Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, and email. That's how you can share them. So there you go. I've never really looked at that because I haven't, for me, it's all about just getting it to them. I don't do that. And then there is a way that kids can see it in what they call Kids Corner. I haven't ever explored that, but I think it's a place where they can go themselves and pick stuff up. So know that. You also, if you pay for it, can get what they call a reaction recorder. So you can see, it must take, like if you're viewing through a phone or whatever, it must take the reaction. Santa can also call the kids during videos. That's the other thing that I didn't talk about. But that is another thing that he can do as well too. So that might be kind of fun. Lots of stuff to explore. I do it pretty simply because I've got 4 of them to do. And I don't think my stepkids want to be dealing with trying to coordinate 4 calls from Santa either. So, but anyway. So there you go. Lots of good things. And thanks for asking that question, Kristen, because I had never really thought about downloading them. Just because I don't need to watch them again. They really kind of do. I've got you back up again. So yeah, that would be cute to save the memory to your album. Yep. Yes. Yeah. And you can, I know that it's definitely been done, scrapbooking with a QR code, that you create one, you put it in the album, and then that gives you a link to, something. You could probably also do it to a special place in the cloud for them if you wanted to do that, so that it's saved, permanently there. So anyway, lots of good things to do with technology. So Sue, I saw your Merry Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve to you. And I'm going to sign off now so I can go get stuff done because I have some cooking to do yet today, and it's heading towards 11 o'clock. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Not quite sure when, because I don't know exactly when I'm doing Christmas Day tomorrow, but I'll get that figured out, and I will see you tomorrow. And thank you for the reminder about the date, Nancy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.